Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have the Hofner Shorty. This guitar has been actually out of my radar for a while. It's been a guitar that's been around for many years, but as you all know from my past video, I'm in a constant quest of looking for a ultimate travel guitar. Looking at the spec when reviewing this guitar, it actually ticked all the boxes. It had a small body, a regular size neck, and fairly light, lightweight, mainly because of its size. However, it was a bit of a disappointment upon receiving it. Well, let's start off with the main problems of the guitar. The first thing is the bridge. Now, if you were to look closely, you could actually see the bridge actually tilting forward. Now, the problem is the bridge has not been mounted properly. The stud has actually come loose. In fact, I actually had to remove it, and a temporary fix putting it. I had to put toothpicks into it, pushing the metal studs back into place and putting it back. But as you could see, it's still it's not working. It's still tilting forward, and I'm afraid that it might come off. Next thing is the problem is the tone knobs. Okay, for the volume knobs, it's a bit has the problem of it being it tends to get stuck at a certain point. They actually work. They gradually increase or decrease the volume as how it should be working. However, the tone knob is the first, I would say, half of the rotation does not do anything. You see, not first half, first quarter, and then the rest. Besides the bridge and the tone knob, I guess which is actually kind of common, the nut is a problem. It tends to get caught, or the string gets caught in the movement. As in, it binds and it gets stuck. However, I think with a bit of lubrication with the carbon of a pencil, or constantly playing it, maybe it would actually improve it. Tuners is fairly decent, but the surprising thing is the pickups are very decent. It's just a single humbucker pickup. It's actually fairly nice and clear. Okay, I've got my cable. It's nice and clear, so it's something that I would not that I'm actually quite impressed. I mean, not impressed, pleasantly surprised about. Usually a guitar in this price range, which is this guitar is about 100 US. It's very decent, so that's one thing. So let's go through the sounds. It's only one pickup, one humbucker pickup, so there's not much to do. Oh, so try some overdriven sound using the my prototype blues breaker pedal. As I said, very decent sounding. It's clear. It's not as muddy as the other budget guitars that I have. So that's one thing most probably I'm gonna keep. So real quick, I'm gonna talk about this guitar. Who's this for? Number one, this guitar is definitely not for a beginner. Okay, the body shape is not really conducive for playing. As you could see, actually I have a strap on. The guitar is actually strapped, and in order for me to play, to get a proper playing position, I would have to, I assume how you would play a flying V, you know, being a V, being it not having any so-called support on the bottom part of the guitar. So I would have to rest the body against my inner thigh, while using the palm to press it down, because this thing is neck heavy. Can you see that? Wow. Okay, so I would need to actually press my palm against it, and in order just to keep it up. Okay. Having said that, I mean, for a beginner, even to hold the guitar, it's a problem. And this being such a struggle to hold the guitar, I mean, even if I were to do it, to put it on my lap, like a normal style, I would still need to actually press it down with my arm, just to keep it stable. So not for a beginner. The fact that you have problems like the bridge coming off, maybe it's a one-off, maybe I'm the only one who's having this problem, but then still, you know, tuning spirit stability is another problem, which actually is not, the tuners are still decent. I would, as I said, for a beginners, no, I wouldn't really recommend this. However, having said that, I really love the lightweightness of it. I actually used this for 3 trips. Actually, it was a 3 back-to-back trip that I had to travel abroad, and it's actually extremely light. And remember, I was talking about from a previous video about how some budget airlines, AirAsia, kind of anal about me bringing musical instruments in, and they actually allowed me to go in without even batting an eyelid when they saw me carrying this. This is the case. If you to look at it, it does not look like a musical instrument case. So I guess, I don't know, they are basically I guess they are just out to get people carrying music instruments, rather than, you know, the problem of it being too big or whatever is actually just bullshit. Okay, so to put it in perspective, this is how a regular guitar case will look like. and this is how the Shorty case look like. Okay, so that's a huge plus to me. I love the neck. Okay, the neck feels like a normal neck, like a modern D, or it's like a D shape. The fact that it's a satin finish, I mean, to keep the cost down, but actually it's nice, it's non-sticky. It's 24 frets. Wow. So that's one thing that's good. So having said that, looks like I'm gonna go against what my not standard practice. Well, my standard practice, if those who do not know, is basically keeping the guitar the way it is, not spending or not modding the guitar to the point where it actually exceeds its value. But I see it as a worthwhile thing to do, mainly because in spite of the body shape, which is actually not conducive to playing sitting down without a guitar strap, it's actually quite a good design, really good pickups, decent pickups. However, the few things that lets it down basically is the bridge. So I'm going to actually put in an aftermarket one. I'm going to get a professional luthier to actually install, which basically I would assume involves filling up the hole and re-drilling and putting a new bridge onto it. Maybe I might just leave the tone pots. I mean, I'm not planning to do any recordings or with this, so most probably I'm going to leave the tone pots there. Other than that, what I did was, I basically changed to a bigger gauge, a heavier gauge. I've got 10s here, so maybe with the newer bridge, a more stable bridge, I might move to a 11. Okay, so another thing is, this is a short scale guitar. Basically it's similar to the Les Paul, which is a 24.75 scale length. So that's it. So keep a lookout for a review that I'm gonna do after I carry out the mods on this guitar. So there you have it, guys, the Hofner Shorty. Isn't Shorty a slang for girlfriend? No. Okay, so take care, guys.